Okay, we're going to say the story of the three pigs. Well, one day, Mom decided that the boys needed to live on their own. So she said, "It's time you go out on your own." So she said, "There's the door and out you go." So the three boys packed up their bags and out the door they went. And they walked down the road a spell, and one pig saw a pile of hay. And he said, "Well, look at that hay. I can make myself a house." So he did. Lickety-split. Well, the other two pigs walked down that trail, and another pig saw a pile of sticks. And he said, "Well, I can make a house out of these sticks. It'd be big and strong." So he did. Lickety-split. Well, the third pig, we'll talk about him in a minute. So, the little pig in this straw house, was sitting there, eating organic peas and drinking coconut water, and all of a sudden, he says, "Who's there?" said the little pig. And the voice said, little pig, let me in." And the little pig said, "Not by the hair of my chin, I will not let you in." And so the wolf said, "I will huff, and I will puff, and I will let your house in." And he did. Oh my gosh, the little pig went squeal, squeal, squeal. And he saw the wolf and he ran. And he ran down the path and he found his brother's house made of sticks. Knocked on the door and said, "Little brother, let me in, let me in." And he says, "Okay, you can live here." And he says, "Oh good, we're safe again." Now later that day, knock, knock, knock. The little pigs went to the door and said, "Hello." And he said, let me in, little pigs." And the little pig said, "No, not by the hair, but my chin. And so the wolf said, "Then I will huff and puff. And he did. And the two little pigs were freaking out. Oh my gosh, they got the coconut water and they were freeze-dried peas, and out the doors they went and down the path, and then they saw this big house. And they knocked on the door and they said, let us in, the wolf is after us." And the pig opened the door and he said, "Brothers, come on in. And his house was made of brick and ooey goopy mud and stone. It was solid. And so the three pigs played on their contraptions, squecklers, and danced and sang, and then all of a sudden, the little pigs went to the door. "Who is it?" And the wolf said, little pigs, let me in." And the little pig said, So the wolf said, "I will huff, and I will puff, and I will let your house in." And he tried, but it didn't work. So he stood outside the house looking at it going, "Wow, this is a strong house." And then he saw the chimney. So he went up on the roof. And he looked down the chimney, and he didn't see anything really. But inside, the pig that built the icky-vicky, goopy-whoopy, muddy house was stirring a pot of veggie stew. And all of a sudden the wolf said to run! Down the chimney went and splash! And the pig threw on the pot and said, "Look, brothers, instead of veggie stew, we're gonna have wolf stew." And no longer will the wolf knock on our door. And no longer will we hear, little pigs, let me in." And no more will we hear, my chimney choo-choo-choo-choo. And no more will we hear the wolf say, "I will huff, and I will puff, and I will win." Because now he's gone. He's wolf stew.
Thank you for joining me for the Three Pigs, to borrow Swickle style.